Good
Yeah,
afternoon,
Carly
class.
slipped on a
How are you
banana
all?
peel.
That's hilarious. Can't believe that happened.
Hello, can you all
The
hear
teacher's
me?
here. Pay attention. Shush, shush, everybody.
Oh, what?
Taylor,
Oh,
Mina,
hello.
Will, Emily, Carlos.
Oh, hi. Oh,
Afternoon,
sorry.
everybody. How are you all?
Hi. Good.
Very
My
good.
name's
Yes.
Mr. Jarrod, and I'm going to be taking you for a science lesson this afternoon. It's about the
Oh,
water
no.
cycle. What's wrong, Jayla? You don't like science?
I'm not very good at science, but Will is, so I'll just talk to him if I get confused.
Well, maybe Will can help you, but you might find that you're good at science if you like it. Let's see if this science lesson is going to be fun. It's about the water cycle. I assume you all know what water is. Who can tell me something about water? Hold up your hand if you can tell me something. Yes, Carlos, what do you know about water?
You drink it?
You drink it? Yeah, you do. Mina, what do you know about water?
70% of the planet is water.
Yes, I think that's correct. 70%, so 7/10 of the Earth's surface is water. Jayla, can you share something with us about water?
Wow, that's crazy. I was just gonna say that, like, you need to water your plants and animals need water too, like dogs.
You do. All right. So we all know something about water. What about you, Emily? Do you know something about water you can share with us?
Hmm,
How does
well,
water feel? What does water feel like?
liquid.
Liquid.
Yeah.
All right. And is it wet?
Wet. Yeah,
It's
it's
wet.
wet.
All right. Well, let's all take up our pencils and we'll write down some of the things we know about water. So we know that it's wet. So let's write that down.
Okie dokie.
And we know that it's liquid. So we'll write that down. But is it always wet and is it always liquid? Does anyone know? Does water have to be wet or does it have to be a liquid?
What are you talking about? Of course.
Oh, are you talking about ice?
Ice, yes.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
we all know that this is liquid water in this glass. Would you agree? Can we drink this water
Yep.
in the glass?
Yep. Oh, yay,
But,
do it. Is it cold? Is it nice?
very cold and very nice. But this is even colder. I don't know how well you can see it, but I've actually got water in the
Oh,
glass there. Can you hear it?
that's ice though. That's not water.
I think you'll find that it was once water, but we've turned it into ice. Who knows how to make ice? Hands
Oh,
up
yeah.
if you know how to make ice. Yes, Jayla.
Yeah, you just like put it in the freezer in like a
You
cube
put it in the
tray.
freezer. Okay, and what does the freezer
Yeah.
do, Will? Do you know? What's the purpose of the freezer? What does it do?
Makes things really, really cold.
It makes things really, really cold. All right, so then would it be fair to say that if we want to make the liquid water into ice or solid water, we make it really, really cold? Would you agree? Yeah? All right. Well, what would happen if I put the liquid water here into this kettle and boiled it? Who knows where the water would go?
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
I
Will.
do.
Will, you had your hand up first.
It will turn into steam.
It'll turn into steam. Carlos, you
But not
said
all of
that
it
you
though,
didn't.
because it'll just get really, really hot, boiling.
It'll get really, really hot. It'll get really,
Mm.
really hot. Okay. And then can we see the water once it comes out of the kettle?
Yeah, that's the steam.
It's the steam. All right. So we know how to make the liquid water turn into steam. We'll make it really hot in the kettle. We know how to make the liquid water turn into ice. Does anyone have any idea of how we can make the ice, the solid water, turn into liquid water like this so we can drink it? Any ideas? Emily, do you have any ideas? Hello, Emily.
Well, maybe you could heat it up.
We could heat it up? And you think
Yeah.
that would make it turn into liquid water so we could drink it?
Yeah, because the ice melts.
It melts. Yes, that's a very important word to know. It does melt. All right, so we know how to get the ice into water. We know how to get the water into steam. Does anyone know if when we turn the water into steam, if we can get it back into water or get it back into ice again? Who has some ideas about that? Does anybody know?
Doesn't the steam just disappear? Because you stop seeing it after a while.
Well, maybe we can write that down in our notes. That's something that we need to know in this lesson is where does the steam go? Can we all write that down? Where does steam go?
Mhm.
And we also want to know if it goes somewhere, if we can get it back, if we can make it into liquid or into ice again. So let's write that down too. Can we turn steam back to water?
Can you make steam go backwards?
Can we make steam go backwards? Yeah.
Wow. Can you do that though?
Well, you know something about magic, don't you, Carlos? You're in house, is it called Gryffindor?
Yeah. But that's
You
magic
are?
though.
That's magic. You don't think we can use magic to make the steam come back?
Well, I don't think we're at Hogwarts, sir, but I wish we were. Then we could learn magic.
Maybe if we were at Hogwarts, we could use magic, but we're going to have to use science. All right, so we know some things about water, and we've written down a couple of things that we want to know about water. The other part of our lesson is a cycle. Who knows what a cycle is? Hands up if you think you have an idea. Mina, what's a cycle?
You mean like a bicycle?
It could be like a bicycle.
Oh.
Mina, what were you going to say?
A circle? A circle.
Like a circle. Yes, very good. Very good. All right. Well, let's have a look at what a cycle looks like. To begin with, can everyone draw a line on your paper? Just a line from left to right? And put an S at the start where it starts and an E at the end where it ends.
Oh, is this like a
should look
compass?
something
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. It should look something like that. So we've got a start and we've got an
Oh, yeah.
end. All right, so that is a line. Now, when you've got your line drawn, draw a big circle on your paper. Big circle.
Okay.
So it looks something like that. Just a nice big circle on your paper.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does anyone have an idea of where we can mark a beginning and an end of the circle? Does the circle have a start or a finish? Like the line?
You have to make one. Like if you're running track, then you have to decide where the starting and the finish line is.
So you can start anywhere and you can finish anywhere. Is that what you're saying?
Well, you have to choose where to start and where to finish.
Okay. And will we ever come off the track if we start there and we go round and round and round and round? We never
Well,
get
you have
to
to
an end of
decide.
it.
You have to decide how many laps you do, though.
You have to decide, but you could do it forever, couldn't you? You could just go forever and ever and ever around.
Well, you'd get really, really tired, and then you might vomit.
Yes, I
Ew.
think you're right.
Well, I've seen
You
that happen
probably
before, where the athletes
Have you
vomit.
really?
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, you might have to
I don't like
share
to
some
think
of
about
that
that.
information with us in a PE lesson, I think. Anyway, so we know something about cycles and we know something about water. Let's get into the rest of the lesson and simulation.
Okay. Hello, Jarrod. Well done. How did you go?
Thanks, Bennett. I feel like I did all right, but like anything, I think after you've done it once, you feel as though you'd like to do it again and you could do it even better, perhaps.
Of course. So, what do you feel that you did well in that simulation and why?
I think I did well by engaging all the students by making sure that each of them had a chance to speak. And I think that I did well by grabbing the attention of children whose minds seem to be wandering. Without reprimanding them, I'd direct my next question at them. So I was,
Mhm.
and I think that was good because I was making it relevant to the lesson without humiliating or embarrassing a student by reprimanding them. I think I did
Yeah.
that well.
Yeah, brilliant. Yes. And is there anything that you might want to do differently if you had another chance?
If I had another chance, I think I would probably encourage the students to talk to each other a bit more. They were talking to me and I was talking to them, but I might like to see them interact a bit more in some peer learning episodes.
Okay. Okay, excellent. So great feedback. What we'll do